These are some fashion trends that I am leaving in 2024, both in terms of my own style and what I design for my brand. I got a Figma whiteboard, like always, that you can download for free at the link in the description, as well as all my other resources. I'm also going to show you some samples for my brand that I received recently that I'm not going to be bulk producing because I felt like I was leaning too far into a trend and it wasn't authentic to me. So I cut my losses on those samples. The first trend that I'm leaving in 2024 is the Acne Studios style baggy jeans. When these started popping off, I'd say around this time last year, I started seeing this a ton on Instagram specifically. I thought it was hot. I was totally into it. I really liked the cropped trend as well. So having a tight kind of formal cropped jacket with a pair of these jeans, like in this photo right here. I thought that style was fire. I had these samples made. It's a 12-ounce medium weight denim made in Los Angeles. It's missing some details like a leather patch on the back and some of the trims. But for the most part, I think this is a fire sample and a really cool design. I made the pattern in Clo 3D. But at this point, I think I'm a little late to the party. And I'm not in love with the idea of putting out a jean like this for my brand in 2025. So I'm going to probably go back to the drawing board, open up the Clo 3D file, and mess around with the pattern to come up with something a little bit different. I still like the idea of doing a baggy jean, but I don't really want to just catch the tail end of this trend. I also saw Mike the Ruler made a post on Instagram a few days ago saying that if you are really into these jeans and wear these jeans, you are a fashion NPC. And he's Mike the Ruler, so I'm not going to argue with that. The next trend that I'm leaving in 2024 is the racing aesthetic. I think the racing aesthetic has gotten stretched for so long. Unless it's the ALD Porsche collab, which in my opinion is stunning and amazing, and I will never ever talk shit about ALD ever. But unless you're buying like the top of the top, the brands that are really doing it right with quality, like the ALD Porsche collab, the Rude McLaren and Lamborghini collabs, the Balenciaga Lamborghini collab, I think those are cool. But there's also a ton of just garbage fast fashion racing aesthetic. I even tried designing my own racing aesthetic capsule, but ultimately scrapped it because I really just didn't want to be associated with, one, fast fashion brands that are doing it. They're doing the racing aesthetic, but totally bogus. And two, I also felt like I was catching the tailwind of a trend again. So I scrapped that idea. It happens. I'm not looking back. I'm not even really into car culture. I don't watch racing. I don't watch F1. I watched that Drive to Survive show on Netflix. That was cool, but that was really just like a reality TV show. I wasn't even watching it for the racing aspect necessarily. I didn't want to try to dip my toes in some culture that I don't care about and then try to sell a product related to it. That's a recipe for disaster. The next trend I'm leaving in 2024 is cropped everything. I'm not saying anyone should ditch cropped aesthetic pieces. The inclusion of more cropped aesthetics in menswear this year has been really cool. I made 2 samples that I'm about to show you for cropped pieces. One I love and I already placed a bulk order for. I just have to do the photo shoot and then it'll be live on my website. And the other I don't love and I'm not putting into bulk production. Here is the cropped denim jacket. I'm in love with this jacket. 12-ounce medium weight denim, custom silver trims, logo embroidered on the front, and it fits just right. This is the cropped fleece. I think it's cool. I wear it around the house. It's cozy, but it feels like it's cropped just for the sake of being cropped. It doesn't serve any function to my fit. It doesn't layer well. If I wear a normal size t-shirt, it comes down below the crop and looks a little goofy. So this is a perfect example of just doing something based on a trend, but it's not really functioning in any way. It's not benefiting my outfit. It's not benefiting my wardrobe, and it's not complementary with a lot of other pieces in my wardrobe. So I'm just going to cut my losses on the $100 that it cost to make this sample. I still wear it around the house. but I'm not going to bulk produce it. And the last trend that I'm leaving in 2024 is the Varsity jacket. There are some insanely fire Varsity jackets that I love. For example, this Wales Bonner Varsity jacket, but it's also extremely high quality and $3,000. Ralph Lauren makes amazing and authentic Varsity jackets. That's the whole thing with that brand. Ralph has solidified his spot as the king of the Varsity jacket, in my opinion. So that will never go out of style. But if you're on Temu and you're buying plus size men baseball jacket, oversized loose jacket, coat, artistic, whatever this bullshit is, leave those behind. If you're going to get a Varsity jacket in 2025, get something that is a piece of art that will last in your wardrobe for at least 10 years. One of my homies actually last week, right before Christmas, texted me about my opinion for 2 Varsity jackets that he saw on Grailed, both from Amiri. I wasn't as interested in the blue and orange jacket, but I did really like the patchwork leather jacket. The patchwork leather Varsity jacket. The fact that it's all leather is really cool. It's a little bit different, and the patchwork aesthetic makes this piece really unique. If you're going to get a Varsity jacket, get a piece of art. So those are the fashion trends that I'm leaving in 2024. As we enter 2025, it is New Year's Eve today as I'm filming this. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you all have a safe and wonderful holiday. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you'll subscribe and stick around. I have many more videos. I'm trying to do like 4 to 5 videos a week. Your support is much appreciated. If there's a topic you'd like to see in a future video, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.